everything's all set up now. Now, during this reading, a card flew, and I didn't notice till we all got together to celebrate Lunar New Year's Eve, which is a very sacred time, and we were watching the reading. And everyone's like, look, a card fell. And I looked down and there was the card. And it was the Six of Cups. And I noticed we're being gifted. We know that this is about, we are removing that stagnant cup. We're removing the past. We're starting anew. But we're birthing the beginning from the past. That's very key. That's key in important in the shift, in knowing that, in understanding that. And because we are making the connection of the Three of Cups, friendship, and that's what it all boils down to, friendship. We're gifted 3 cups for our work, and there is where we're doing the work to shift things. It's not because, you know, we're a good you know, I was good, now I'm gonna get this, and oh my goodness, I made a mistake, I was bad here, and now I have to be punished. It's like, no, I see my negatives, I see my positives. I'm gonna work with my positive to transmute my negatives and work with my negatives. So I'm a functioning battery. I'm in working order. I'm in manifesting. I'm transmuting. My energy is flowing, right? It's healthy. And so then Spirit says, okay, you've done this work. I'm going to gift you these 3 cups for what you've done. And this is connected to what we're building here. Wish you guys could just be here in front of me right now with this reading. So let's just get a quick shuffle on these cards. I just want you guys to be here today and be a part of this reading over here, up live in person. Been trying all day to figure out how to do this. That's why I wanted to give you the bird's eye view and like 16 different ways how I wanted to do this reading so I could get the message out. And then finally I just said I'm gonna go with the flow and see what happens and how it gets out. So there's gonna be a bird's eye view of this reading for anyone who wants to check it out at the end. Just a quick bird's eye view of the cards so you could, you know, it's the images that really help activate our subconscious, and we're working with our subconscious right now, and that's why here I really try to show the images the best I can. I'm working always the best I can. Remember, we are in creation, the energy of the spider. We are the spider weaving our spider's web, and we don't worry about our mistakes. It's just all experience that we continue to gain. All right, let's see what's happening. All right. Love it. And there it is. This says everything. Like, I feel like we could just end the reading right now. The Two of Cups, and there's the sun and the moon, and this is what we're doing. This is it, right? Yin and yang. Connected. But this is in harmony. This connection is of harmony. We know. Because that's what we're doing. We're creating harmonies. No more disharmony, harmony. We came here to create harmony. From within to without. And there's the Fool. There's our new beginning. We're expanding with our connection. And it's our connection to our patterning of healing. We're working with the Pentacles energy. And we're working on grounding our light. We're working here with Venus. Grounding love and light. We are love and light. And we're activating here, and we're activating with the Eight of Pentacles, and we're working on healing the energy of the Caduceus. This is the energy of God, holistic health, healing, transformation, regeneration. Much of what we're being shown right now is how to create health, how to create healing, how do we restore ourselves, how do we regenerate. And that's putting on path. We're learning about life right now. Here's the 9 of Pentacles. We're learning about life. We're understanding something here. We're understanding something. Because we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Queen of Coins. So this is the Queen of Coins and this is the Queen... No, this is the King of Coins and the King of Wands. So we have 2 kings. This makes complete sense. We have got the fire energy. Oh, let me get this right. Hold on here, guys. I gotta figure out how I'm holding all these cards here. There it is. There's the fire and the earth right there. We have the King of Coins and the King of Fire. King of Pentacles. King of Wands. And there it is. And there's the sun. There's our expansion. We come into balance here. This is connected to, you can really see, like, we're about to take shot. We're about to take aim. We are literally about to do that here. And I love it too. Like, you can see, once again, different decks, right? But you can see the imageries within here. Look at the light within this Taurus I have, and look at the light within this card. The tarot is speaking to us, showing us what we need to connect. All the connections are here. This transformation is removing fear. This transformation is, it's removing away a layer of how we create our past, what we're connected to. We're really shifting anew. We're literally raising vibration. And it's connected to the Initiate of Wands. And this is the masculine energy. But it's the more youthful masculine energy. The inner child is present here. Because we're facing our fears. Something that's hidden is coming to light. Well, the Hermit. There is the light. From within to without. Something's coming together right there. What's coming together? The Page of Wands. And now is the feminine energy on her spiritual quest. The energy of the inner child present. Okay. What's happening? The 5 of Pentacles. We're breaking the disconnect. How so? Okay, let's see how. We're seeing through our illusions. We're literally seeing through our illusions. We're looking down deep within because we know this is connected to Pluto and something deep within has to surface. So we're looking down deep within at all of our illusions we've been creating from, even from past lives, our negatives, to add the light to our positive charge. And we're in creation here. We've picked creation. We've picked whatever it is we're connecting to. We picked our light. That's what we've done. We picked our light. The masculine and feminine have picked their light, and that's what's broken the disconnection. The masculine and feminine have picked their light. The connection to the divine creation. This is beautiful. And that's what breaks the disconnection. And that's what happened. We restored passions on the path of the moon, because this all comes back to the two. Here's the Knight of Wands. We've restored our passions. This is solar plexus sacral chakra healing. We know how to direct and use that wand because we're connected to spirit, and we're also connected to the inner child. And we've left on to connect to the equality. Like the path of the moon called us to play our authentic tune, and it was the Two of Cups. This is our truths, and this is connected to our counterpart truths, our truths, but everyone's truths, just the truth of the truth, the truth of the sun, the truth of the moon. You know, this card directly speaks. 3 things cannot be hidden for long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And that's what's happened here. We are revealing the truth with the sun and the moon. And it's connected to us, how we're transforming. And we have the transformations. Oh my goodness. We have some cards that are still, they're flipped over here. Oh no, now everything's, that means we need a reshuffle. This Knight of Wands energy is connected to this Aries season, and the masculine energy is really going to be moving forth with their cup and this connection. Because we know it's like that's where we're in this last purge. It's because we know that we really begin again in Aries season. It's like Pisces, we close things out. We have our grand finale of what we're here connecting and creating with the oneness, and then we have Aries season, the energy of the child, and it's really the fresh start. So we just get into alignment. You know, we get into alignment with the sun, we get into alignment with the moon, we get into alignment with our truths and ourselves. We transform, we shape shift, and we allow the time, the process to do so. Well, ain't that the truth? Better put it like this: temptation and resurrection, because that's the way the message is. We're being tempted, but we're having a resurrection. Temptation: investigate before risking your money or your heart. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Optimism mixed with daydreams leads to magical thinking and promises of a rose-colored world. We yearn for happier times, more love, greater comfort, and extra prosperity. No wonder we fall prey to temptation. Everywhere, advertisements promise us instant weight loss, the secret of youth, or a perfect match. We hope to win the lottery, be rescued by the knight in shining armor, or land our dream job, only to get deceived. Desperation and impatience only hijack us into false beliefs and compulsive choices. Temptation is a warning to slow down before committing. We take care before answering yes. We scrutinize new acquaintances and involvements prior to signing. Poke around, do more research, or let some time pass before we take off. Jekyll and Hyde types soon betray themselves. Scammers and cheats expose their greed to those who resist. Open the drawers and look under the rug. Ask lots of hard questions or take a trial run before getting into bed. It's tempting to rush into romance and quick riches. When we slow down, we find that things may be what they seem. And this is how, when we are in the time of Aquarius, we are being tested. It is also a time of being tested, but the universe is testing us to see if we're ready, because that's how we're going to create the new patterning. And it's not like, oh yeah, I see, I'm going to do it, but then you never do it. It's like, no, you follow through with it. That's the Wands energy. That's the action. That's the expansive energy. We're going to expand. We need to expand, so we have to act. And now we're going to have a resurrection. Bring on an old idea back up to the surface. Bring an old passion back to life. Take that shoveled someday project out and dust it off. Shoveled. What word is that? Take that shelved someday project out and dust it off. Regretfully, in the everyday rush of life. Now that plane has gone by, let me restart. Bring an old passion back to life. Take that shelved someday project out and dust it off. Regretfully, in the everyday rush of life, we sometimes have to put aside things or people that are important to us. Responsibilities press down on us. Free time dwindles. We tell ourselves we'll put that special project on the back burner. And we'll take time from a relationship or tone things down with a community. We'll reprioritize until our time and energy become free. Meanwhile, the things or people we've left behind haunt us with unfinished possibilities. Without the hobbies, pursuits, and friendships that inspire us with passion, we remain spiritually empty and unfulfilled. If we can't follow our hearts, we become needy and vulnerable, acting out our worst behaviors. Take that special project out of storage. Reach out to an old friend or reconnect with a favorite community. Delve deep into the hobby you always dreamed of doing. Resurrect the idea or relationship that was temporarily submerged. We return to the place and the people that inspire us and let ourselves live again. And this is what we're doing. You know what? I think that that's part of the matrix. I believe. You know, the matrix burdens us and burdens us and burdens us till we break all connections. And many of us, and then we don't have time for the magic and the wonder, and the people that are waiting to create that magic and that wonder with us, they're suffering, and we're suffering because even though we're working, we're still connected to them, so our presence is still half with them, and we're only half in spaces. We're not fully focused, we're not fully manifesting, our intentions are not fully where we are at. We're split. We are split. So if we're going to fix the separateness, we have to mend the disconnects. And we have to mend the disconnects with ourselves, with our loved ones. We cannot be so burdened with our responsibilities that we're going to do it tomorrow and we're going to put the time in to create these healthy patterns and these healthy templates and actually act on them and be there with them and manifest with them and experience them in order to have those 29 years underneath our belt of having that to reap the harvest. If we're always in that mentality of I'll do it tomorrow, we're only still reaping that other harvest, that harvest that's not giving us what we need. We need to have the grand change. We need to change things up. Some days come, tomorrow's come. Everything that we put on the back burner, put it all here. Get rid of we need to find how to get rid of our burdens, or some shit, let it go, let it be. Put it in the grand scale of where it's really freaking important in what you're here to create with. You know, start off by today of what is really important. Make a list in your life of what's really important to really create. If something were to happen and, you know, it were to all be over tomorrow, what would it look like? What would you change? What would you have done differently? But live that life today. You know, Fight Club, that movie is very incredible symbolism too. It was very gory, you know, but there was so much symbolism within that movie, you know. He's fighting himself, and he's lost within himself. There's so much transformation there, but he becomes one with himself. And we see the lies we've been told within the Matrix. And, you know, Brad Pitt's there, and he goes and puts this gun to the SOAR clerk's head. And, you know, the other guy's like, Edward Norton there's like, what are you doing? What? And he's like, well, I just put that gun to his head. I'm scared the ever living shit out of him, so that, you know what, he's not going to be afraid anymore. I took all of his fears out within this, pointing this gun to his head. So to now, tomorrow, and forever on, he's going to create with, like, tomorrow's here, and he's going to do everything he might have put off for the next 50 years, but he's going to do that today because he's facing his fears, because he had his fear right there in front of his face, his worst fear. Now, that seems horrible. Like, oh, we don't want to have that experience. That's negative. Who wants to experience that? And we all want to save each other from having these negative experiences. And we all want to save our loved ones from having these negative experiences. Like, oh, we want to coddle ourselves, and like, oh, but we're not allowing ourselves to transform. And like, the feminine energy too has been very over nurturing, where we need to find balance. So the masculine energy has been over aggressive, and like, you know, the sexual templates need to be repaired there, and the sexual templates need to be repaired with the feminine, and we need to shift some things around. But, you know, it's like we can't over nurture the masculine energy and then be over aggressive with the feminine. There's, you know, and there's of course other areas. We're changing everything. We're making a tune here. We're making an orchestra, a symphony. There's going to be all things that we're healing from and changing from to come back to one. But I'm talking generalized here. And this is about that. We're coming back to one. And we're coming back to the truth. And we're coming back to what's real for us. And in saying that, I think we need to get a Samira's card. This is a very sacred time. I can't, you know, I really feel the energies right now. They've definitely shifted. We're definitely in a time of building with the light, the foundations of the golden ages in this great expansion. And we're building with our knowledge and, you know, or our lack thereof it. And it's really about growth. I'm knocking everything over. All right, let's try this again. There it is. Universal mind lattice. The sages say that spirit is a circle whose circumference is boundless and whose center is everywhere, the source of our radiant core. Being beyond time, birthless, deathless, shining sphere of soul. Thou art always in a love energy circuit, inner reflecting, interlacing, connecting every other being and thing in the cosmos. All are cells in the body of God, each individual part of the all. That is all of the all. Reflection, interconnectedness. And there's our message, interconnectedness. And you know what? We're all connected, and that's how we find passion. Passion and compassion. We find compassion by understanding we're all connected. We're all connected, and when one of us is suffering, we are suffering. When one of us is hurting, we're hurting. And when we're lifting each other up, we're lifting each other up. We're all one. And we need to stop tearing down ourselves. We need to stop tearing down our communities, and we need to stop tearing down each other. And we need to start lifting ourselves up. We need to start lifting our communities up. We need to start lifting each other up. And it's of the light. It's of healing. It's what's going to restore, what's going to regenerate. It's time to create anew. It's time to see what it's going to look like around here. These golden ages. Much love and healing vibes sent your way, right? We're getting a flash forward into the future. 2050. We're going to officially usher them in, but we're building them right now, baby. Let's go. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. Take care. See you again soon.